basically enhance the safety of your drive. So like, let's say you're a student driver and you don't want to have any distractions on your, in your line of sight. Ease of use is extremely important, especially with your iPhone 14 Pro. You want to be able to just take it, you want to be able to just put it in there, set it up, close the little arms, and you're good to go. You don't want something that's overly complicated. In this video, I'm going to also show you how to set this up and how it works overall. Hey guys, it's Serge. Today I want to talk about this Andobil cup holder car mount. I wanted to explain why I believe this is one of the best cup holder car mounts you can get. And overall, I think it's actually the best mount in general because it is extremely easy to assemble and to install. I mean, you basically just insert it, put your phone in there, and that's pretty much it. So let me show you how it works and how to set it up. So here we are. Here's the cup holder. You just insert it, and then you twist this little knob right here, and now it's perfectly set up. It's stable, and it's not going anywhere. Now, one of the things I really like about it is the fact that it has this arm. So this is how I've bent it. You guys can bend this any way you want. You see how this moves around any way you want? That is genius. It is absolutely genius. And why I like this setup more than the air vents? Well, the air vent ones, they tend to make the phone hot in the winter, unless you have a case, which can help, and they are kind of a little bit harder to install because of the fragility of the air vents of some cars. It can make it a little difficult. It's also easier to install than these types of car mounts because this type of car mount, you have to find just the right spot to mount it. You have to decide if you're going to mount it on the dash or if you're going to mount it on the glass, and it takes setup time. And all the people that have tried out this amazing car of mine, they've also tried out the cup holder car mount, and they were very surprised. They would always tell me how much they liked the cup holder car mount. They didn't even know that this was a thing. So I think this is great so earlier there was just a demonstration, but I want to show you guys more details on the actual operation. Now, we have reviewed other Andobil products as well. So if you're interested in seeing like a dashboard phone mount or a glass phone mount, we will have links in the description, and check out these cards if you guys are interested, because depending on the type of car you have, you do need to figure out which solution works best for you. Now, with the cup holder car mount, it's not all sunshine and roses. There is one major downside, and that's the actual cup holder being used up and depleted. Now, you still do have access to the other cup holder, but it is taking up a slot. So that is one downside. But if you're a guy like me, you drive a sports car, you drive kind of fast, it's not something like the cup holders. I don't want to have a drink in there. In this type of car, it's considered that the cup holder is kind of like taboo to use anyway. And I mean, when I'm driving, I want to focus on the road, and that's pretty much it. And I want to just have my phone kind of out of the way. And I love how this is set up. I love how it really is truly out of the way. You're looking forward, and then your phone is really kind of off to the side, kind of like all these other displays. And I find that to be amazing. I love that about this cup holder car mount. Now, when you first try to install this Andobil cup holder car mount, there's a few items you have to consider. So you're going to get the actual cradle where you put your phone, right? You're going to get the controllable arm where you can position the height. You can move cradle further back, more towards you, left, or to the right, depending on how you want it positioned. Like if you have a much larger cup holder and you need to add these additional legs to the cup holder mount, it attaches like that, and it makes them a little bit thicker, a little bit more tight. Now I have used these in the past a little bit, but I don't find them super helpful because I feel like the default system already works pretty good, and that's what these are. And then you're also gonna get your little ring. Now this little ring, it's here to the cradle to the cup holder oscillating arm centerpiece. So what you'll do is you'll insert this first like that, then you'll grab the cradle, and then you'll push the cradle onto the ball socket joint, like so. So here I have it lined up. I'm gonna push in the socket joint, and you have to kind of push somewhat hard, and then once it's in there, you have the cradle, and the cradle will now oscillate. So I'll go ahead, I'll insert this, and then I'll start tightening this, but I'll tighten it probably at the end once I figured out what the setup's supposed to be like. Because maybe I want the phone aiming like this. Maybe I want it aiming more towards me. Maybe I want it not so high. Maybe I want it a little lower, a little closer towards this area here. So first thing I'll do is this little ring right here. If you spin it, you can see that the little arms, they come out. See that? They come right out. And that is what increases the stability once you've inserted it into the cup holder. So there it is. I have it in there. It's nice and stable. But I feel like I want this to be a little bit lower. So I'll bend it inward. And then I'll take this, I'll rotate it towards me a little bit. There we go. And then I'll actually loosen this a little bit because I want to rotate this a little bit more. See, I'm rotating it more towards me. Because I have to try to imagine what this will be like while I'm utilizing it. And this is how it should be, I think. But actually, I think it's a little bit too close. So I'm going to raise it up and get it away from this area because I don't want my arm to collide with anything that I use to operate the vehicle, right? Like the shifter or the car charging system. I want all this to be kind of separate. All right, so I positioned it. I've tightened it. Here we are. Push this button to open up the cradle's arms. Let's go ahead and insert our phone. So in terms of compatibility, now with these car mounts, you're not really going to have compatibility issues. Any type of phone is going to work in any of these car mounts. Now, just so you know, iPhone 10, iPhone 11, 12, and iPhone 13 and iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max will work with these car mounts. Insert it, close the arms, and there you have it. Cup holder car mount, operational. Go ahead, start up our car. Let's take it out for a spin.